First up, it's the leading vote getter and the host for this year's All-Star Game, Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark. This is Clark's first time being selected as a team captain, and she joins A'ja Wilson as the only players to be named captains their first 2 seasons in the league under this new format. Caitlin is on pace for her second season, averaging 18 points, 8 assists. No other player has done that even once.
Picture this. Caitlin Clark racks up nearly 1.3 million All-Star votes, more than the entire top 30 players combined got back in 2023. She rewrites WNBA history and earns the captain's title. Making her first on-air appearance since a recent groin injury, she returns to ESPN for the 2025 WNBA All-Star Draft. But then comes the twist no one saw coming. During the live broadcast, Clark makes a move so gutsy, it flips the entire script. Ready to hear how Clark rewrote history yet again? If you're hyped for her comeback, drop a #CC record breaker in the comments. Let's roll.
And then out west, it's the Minnesota Lynx Napheesa Collier making her debut in captainship. But don't get it twisted, she knows this game well. Fee has been named an All-Star 5 out of the last 6 games. She's the 2024 Defensive Player of the Year and the favorite to win MVP according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook. But how about we check in on her GM skills? We're about to find out what those look like. It's just about that time. The captains are here. Fee, Caitlin, how are we feeling heading into your first draft as captains here?
Let's break down just how insane this voting achievement is. While Clark was sidelined with her injury, fans were casting votes like their lives depended on it. She pulled in a jaw-dropping 1,293,526 votes. That's not just historic, it's a complete blowout. Consider this. In 2023, the top 30 vote getters combined for 1,171,000 votes. Clark topped that number all by herself. She received more support than 30 of the league's best players did collectively just 2 years ago. A'ja Wilson led voting in 2023 with 95,860 votes. Sounds solid, until you realize Clark got 13 times that.
There are fans out there online who say it's Fever versus everybody, and when they see this voting, it's only going to fuel that notion.
Since its inception in 1997, the WNBA has never seen anything quite like this surge in fan enthusiasm. Clark turned what was once niche programming into must-watch TV. People who'd never followed women's hoops suddenly became active participants. Parents were involving their kids in the voting, and across social media, Clark content took over during the campaign window.
WNBA All-Star captains have been announced. Team Collier versus Team Clark, the top 2 vote getters when it comes to fan voting. Caitlin Clark, over 1.2 million fan votes. Napheesa Collier not too far behind with 1.1 million fan votes. Aaliyah Boston was close, less than 2,000 votes away from a Team Clark versus Team Boston All-Star Game experience. That would have been quite the entertainment, but instead we get Team Clark versus Team Napheesa Collier.
Her comeback became more than just a return, it was a coronation. She wasn't just stepping back onto the court, she was stepping into history as the league's most adored player. Clark became the cultural spark. These numbers prove her influence stretches far beyond points and assists. She pulled in an entire wave of new fans, something the league hadn't seen in its 28-year history.
That's Caitlin Clark. That's the Caitlin Clark phenomenon right there. That is a perfect example. The year before she showed up, all the way to what? Basically 13 times the amount of votes, because she almost got 1.3 million.
Clark's vote total doesn't just mark a strong season, it marks a new era. She's not just a standout player anymore, she's the WNBA's headline act. Her injury hiatus reminded people just how much they missed seeing her play. That wave of votes, that was fans saying loud and clear, "We want her back." With over 1 million votes under her belt, Clark heads to ESPN ready to shake things up. She's holding the cards, and what she does next, it's a power move. Now the question becomes, how do the other players really feel about her rise?
I feel good.
We're ready.
Woo!
I'm excited to get it underway.
I'm ready. I'm excited. This is going to be a whole lot of fun here. I'm curious, Fee, can you just take me inside? I think Captain GM Fee has a nice ring to it. What's your strategy here as you're looking towards this draft?
It does have a nice ring to it. I like this position a lot. I feel like I got to try to get some of my Hootie Hoo Owl girls on here. I got to try to get some of my Husky girls on here. So I've got an agenda coming into today.
All right, we got a little bit of an agenda.
Clark's next decision is so unexpected, it becomes a milestone moment in WNBA All-Star history. The draft kicks off with her.
What about you, Caitlin? What's your strategy here?
I'm going on vibes.
Ooh.
We're picking whatever comes to mind. We're just having fun. My team's going to be fun. That's all that matters. You get to be in front of the home crowd in Indianapolis, so that's right.
Being in front of the home crowd is an important thing and could play maybe to your advantage here. We've done enough talking. It sounds like it is time that we get this draft underway. I've always wanted to say this. With the first pick in the 2025 WNBA All-Star Draft, Team Clark selects.
I know this will be super surprising to everybody watching, but I'm going with my teammate, Aaliyah Boston, baby.
We're putting Aaliyah Boston
Welcome,
up on
baby.
the board here. Aaliyah Boston going here to Team Clark.
Clark uses her first pick to select Aaliyah Boston. That choice speaks volumes. It shows appreciation for a teammate who stood by her side through her rookie trials. It honors chemistry over flash, loyalty over hype. Boston supported Clark during the tough moments, and Clark repays that trust on national TV. It's not just a strategic pick, it's a message.
Aaliyah has been on opposite teams with Nafisa Collier in each of her first 3 All-Star appearances, and that tradition, keeping it up this year as she's joining her teammate Caitlin Clark. She's been an All-Star selection in each of her first 3 seasons in the league. She's the 9th player in league history to be an All-Star in each of their first 3 seasons. So you're getting some real talent that you know very well here, Caitlin, on your team.
She even chooses Asia Wilson, despite a season-long rivalry. Wilson bested Clark in several games and ultimately snagged the MVP, an honor many felt Clark deserved. Still, Clark makes the call.
Caitlin, we're going back to you here with the 4th pick in this draft.
All right, 4th pick. I'm going to take Asia.
Asia Wilson. I was wondering when we would see Asia of the
Stack my
Aces
team up.
going off of the board here. Asia Wilson headed to Team Clark here, 3-time All-Star captain. She did select you, Fee, on her team in 2019 and has played with you 3 out of the 4 All-Star games. So it's going to be a little different again going head-to-head here with Asia Wilson, the 3rd straight season of her averaging 20 or more points and her 5th season overall, of course, a certified baller.
In fact, Clark draws a clear line between competition and admiration. She knows that Wilson's skill can help lead her squad to victory, regardless of what happened earlier in the season. This is leadership, respect, strategy.
I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. Fee's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it.
Ooh.
It's going to be amazing. Sorry, WNBA, if that's not in the rule. Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules. But we just made it a rule.
Now.
So, Sandy Brondello, come on over.
Whoa!
Let's get to it. You can coach Sabrina.
But Clark isn't finished making headlines. She doesn't just pick players, she trades her coach. Yes, you read that right. Clark opts to swap coaches mid-draft. It's never been done before. The WNBA and ESPN had to greenlight this move just to make it happen. Suddenly, the whole vibe of the event shifts.
We have breaking
Let me know.
news here. I don't know that I've heard of a coach